Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 3200 Broad Podcast, man. I'm, a, I'm all out of
Review show.
Man, we got a good show for you today, man. We're going to be having a good discussion, man, about some stuff that's been going on in the NFL and plus how it relates to us. And we want you to stay right here. Go ahead, share that thing. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, the 3200, you know how we connect. 3200 Magnolia was the address. Beaumont, Texas, had to do it like that. Wanna welcome everybody to the podcast. Plenty stories that we gotta explore. From the views of husbands, fathers, entrepreneurs, baby fathers and workers. I know this though for certain. You gon' laugh, have a good time till your side hurting. 3200, but you already know this. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 3200, let's go. 3200, but you already know this. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 3200, let's go. Hey, yeah, make sure that you turn it up. Get the talking, ain't no topic that we do not discuss. Yeah, everything and nothing at the same time. Good vibes, tune in, cause you know it's going down. 3200.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We're glad you have joined us tonight. Before we get started, we want you to hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that like button. Then go over to the YouTube and do the same thing, man. We need subscribers. And fellas, we just hit, I know it's small, you know what I mean? We knew, we brand new. We only been doing it for a few months, but it's big to us, man. You know, we just hit 100, man. We just hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, man. So I think we made a bet that when we hit 100, Leo was going to buy some Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Daddy shorts. Yes, sir. I remember that.
I remember that bet, man. I'm going to have to go back and rewind.
Leo didn't say that. Ike said, and we didn't hit it in that time frame that I said. Summer's over. Hot girl summer's over. So,
All right, man. So welcome to the show, man. We got Leo. Like I say, we got Leo in the house, man. All of those subscribers too, man. Thank y'all for subscribing. Leo, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing great, man. Great. Had a good day at work. It was a difference. You know, you cool when you have our people have disagreements at work, but it's a little different when other cultures have disagreements. So it's kind of like you grab the popcorn and you just like, I don't know where it's gonna go. But all in all, great day.
Good. Then we got little brother TB2 Giles is in the house today. What's going on, Jake?
What's up, my brother? Doing great. Had a great day in the neighborhood.
Oh, and then we got cousin Chris Football, our family. What's happening, Chris? How you doing today, bro?
What's up, man? Am I
doing good? He always had like just small words, but like Russell says, like, yeah, I'm good. Peace out.
I'm here.
All right, welcome to the show, man. Hey, today, man, we are talking about football, our family, our passion, our family, based on Tom Brady and his divorce to Giselle here this past week, man. And Jonathan got the numbers and stuff. But I think they were married for 13 years, 2 kids, and a high divorce thing. And it's speculation. I mean, I hate to say speculation because we all know what it is there. Speculation is that he got divorced behind the him choosing to play another season. That's speculation, but it is the truth, right? So our thing is, I guess, when should we pick? Who's in the wrong? Let's start with that. Who's in the wrong? Is Giselle wrong? I guess they had some kind of timeline, and Giselle made a timeline. Is Giselle wrong or is Brady wrong? Hey, what's going on, Savannah?
Well, yeah, they did have an agreement. The agreement was originally, well, the word on the street said, when he got to a certain age, he was supposed to stop. So that's why he originally retired. But I think he should have stayed retired and not came back as Washington Wizards Michael Jordan, because he's looking like trash. So, and that's what I believe. Well, that's the word, that they're saying, why she got it so mad, because, after so long, you got a 12-year-old and 9-year-old, and she's been taking care of them. And, that NFL lifestyle, they get off, but certain individuals like, your Jerry Rices and stuff like that, they're workaholics. So even on the off season, they're working. And I'm pretty sure Tom Brady was doing the same.
Yeah.
So all he had to do was go home, man. Perfect words from, Family Matters. Steve. Well, I'll say Tom, go home, go home, go home.
But I mean, for me, it's like this dude he's been playing football since he was a kid, probably. He probably played Little League, right? He probably played in high school. I'm pretty sure he played in high school and college. This is all he knows. This is what he's passionate about. So if he's passionate about it and he wants to do it one more year, even if you don't want him to do it, like, to me, like, you just step back and be like, okay, babe, I'm gonna be angry at you. I'm upset. But if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. That's how I feel. What you think, Leo?
Nah, F that. Because if you gotta remember, it was like what 2-3 years in a row before he finally did actually retire, and then he came back. So you gotta think about those 2-3 years in a row before that. There was probably an agreement made. Then he came back through and was like, "Oh, now I'm playing another year." Then he did it again. "Oh, now I'm playing another year." Then it's like, "All right, babe, I'm retiring. Oh, no, I'm playing." It's come on, man, come on. And then you also got to look at it like this. This ain't no regular job, man. This is a job where at any game, at any time, you can be laid out and become paralyzed, really. You know what I mean? So you can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna be good all year." You getting hit. You 40-something years old. And I'll tell you straight up, being 46, I remember when y'all nephew, when they was little, man, we do a race. I run up the street, I killed him. Killed him. I remember how old I was when one of them killed me in the gym racing. You get older, but your mind is still like, I'm still young enough to go that fast and do all this and do all that, but your body ain't working that way. You know what I mean? Your mind is thinking, he's sitting there thinking in the huddle, "Oh, I can still throw it." And you can still throw it. You just need more time with that throw. You need more time to take those steps back and get in position and throw. It's not like it used to be. And also with that, your line is changing. You don't have that New England line. He didn't even have the line that he had when they won the Super Bowl at the Bucks.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that. I'm like, I understand what she's saying. I understand where she's coming from.
I understand where she's coming from too, but I don't know. Is that something you walk away from just because that's how you felt? You know what I mean? Because you made up this goal that he agreed on, or whatever. He agreed on the goal, but I mean, if things change, it's unrealistic. She gave him an ultimatum, pretty much. That's what it seemed like. She gave him an ultimatum, like, "Oh, you play football and I'm gone." It's like, the ultimatums do not ever work. I mean, that's like the worst things you could do for a relationship, is give somebody an ultimatum.
I don't know. They work sometimes. It matter on the relationship and the people. You know what I mean? Ultimatum. Hey, you quit going to the strip clubs, hollering at on weekend of divorce. It's whichever way you want to do it.
Yeah. Let me see. Come through Savannah, man. She says she thought it was also regarding she stopped her career to be a stay-at-home mother
Yeah.
and allow him to do his
Yeah,
football.
yeah, that
Mhm.
too. You know, she gave up stuff too. She wasn't poor. You know what I mean? She had her career going on. And
Hold
John,
on.
you said them numbers. How much?
Hold on.
She
Say
got?
the numbers real quick, and then I'm gonna stop. Yeah, say the numbers again.
So it's saying Sister Giselle's net worth is 400 million reported, and then Brady's estimated net worth of up to 333 million. But I don't know if they're saying, that with his endorsements and stuff like that. So, that's the word on the street.
So that tells me I'm not good at math, but that tells me if she's making that much and then he's making with his NFL, that tells me that if you want to do a career, you can pay somebody to raise your kids for $100,000 a year. That's what that tells me. So is it something she really want to do? I don't know. I think my math is right. Whatever. If that's something she really wanted to do, why she just didn't do that instead of?
I think the whole thing is hold on, I'm going to push what she said. I think it's true. I think what she said is true. I think he likes the fame more than the money because obviously they didn't need money.
Yeah.
Money is not an issue.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different thing when you're thinking about that. Money, if money is an issue, it might be like, okay, babe, I'll let you do another year so we can get where we need to be stable or whatever. But if you're already there, what are you doing this? What are you taking that risk to your health?
It's legacy, man. It's legacy. It's
But
that.
nothing
I
was wrong
mean,
with
you already
that.
won
He
7
was
Super
even
Bowls.
good.
This is not a normal job. This is football. Everything about football is your legacy. You got to set the record so you are remembered. That's their mindset.
But he is remembered.
No, it don't take that long for your record. Michael Jordan,
Brady is the
record
GOAT.
Michael Jordan made, all of them are broken right now. So I mean, if he say, "Hey, I want to be I want to have the most rings," or that's something he want to do. Why not? Why not fold? If that's something he passionate about, that's something he loves.
That's something your body.
He already
ain't
got
gonna
that.
let you do.
Nobody else got. I don't think we'll ever see another player get 7 Super Bowl rings.
We might.
I don't know. We might. I don't know when, but I don't think that's gonna come
But
no
it'll be a
time
long
soon.
time.
It take long in basketball. There, they forgot about Kareem and them as soon as Mike took the stage. You know what I mean? So
look how far you got between Kareem and Mike.
Yeah,
he got long. Kareem was like in the 80s. They lost theirs in the 80s, and Mike stuff. That's right, like early.
Mike didn't step up until like 90s.
It was like 80, 89, 80. That's when he started to break out. And right when the Lakers was going bad, that's when Detroit was looking good, and then the Bulls.
Yeah, but like you said, that was when Kareem and them was old and had to get pushed out.
Getting out of the game.
Yeah. Well, think about this. We went to the Hall of Fame last year. We went to the Hall of Fame in Ohio last year. All of them heads. How many of them heads you knew? Exactly. Exactly.
I did.
Hey, come on, Isaac defense.
Let's not go there. Hold on.
This ain't no normal.
Before we go through them heads, what you got to understand was there's some heads in there. Like you got owners that's in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got from when football first started. I didn't know.
How many heads did you know? You knew the Cowboys in the 90s. That's the heads that you knew.
Nah, I knew it. My 80s players. I knew. You're gonna know your time frame, just like the kids now. They don't know Kareem and stuff like that. They don't know that. Yeah. You're gonna know your time frame on up, but you're not gonna know the ones before. Our daddy can call out some names, and I'm like, who the heck is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what Tom don't
want. Daddy played basketball for the
But I mean, I know he don't want it, but he can't stop it.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
I mean, he is setting records. Even, his most accomplished one lately, 556 sacks. So he's beating Big Ben. So and counting. So
I mean, and he got a record. He's getting ready to set pretty soon for 100,000 career passing.
So you sit out.
Yeah, but she knew this when they got into the relationship too, man. You knew When you started dating the dude, he was playing football, and you knew he loved football. When you got married, he loved football. Them 13 years, he loved football. It's something he loved to do. It's something he was passionate about doing. Just like that. Look, football is not the side chick. Giselle was the side chick. He was on the side. You coming a part of the team there. Football is number one.
Yeah.
You decide. You know what I mean? So, I mean, she should have. I mean, I know you don't like it, but hey, this is what you're passionate about. This is what you love to do.
I love football, but you can love football in other ways and portray. I mean, do it to other things.
Still be a family man.
And I ain't talking to, and I ain't really talking about them and their relationship. I'm talking about him and his age and everything else that goes with that. Sometimes you gotta, it's like okay, if I'm getting too old for sport, now I might want to start coaching. I might want to start doing this and that. Like when he was over in you showed me the clip of him and Dion's son, him teaching Dion. He was doing a good job out there being a quarterback coach. Mm-hmm. He can teach some kids how to QB. You know what I mean?
Probably listen.
Yeah. Like they said, Michael Jordan, when he first bought that team, he went out there and he showed them young dudes at practice who he was and why he was Michael Jordan. But that don't mean in a real game he gonna be out there like that.
I think that's why he stepped down too.
In the right situation, I think he'd be just as good as he was. Right now, he's just in a bad situation.
Yeah.
Come on now. The old Tom Brady, Tom Brady, even with that Yankee team, would have still been doing better than he averaging about 2 or 3 touchdowns a game.
Yeah.
2 or 3 a game. We talking about
receivers and
old Tom Brady.
I think if they think they got it, they still got it. I can tell you, T.O. can step on any team and play slot receiver right now. Yeah. On any team. He still got it. He still working out his body.
But you also got to look at the different position. You slot receiver. So you running away from people, and they really ain't going to tackle you unless you got the ball in your hand. Every play you're out there, somebody's coming after you.
You're going to get hit.
You got your boy in Dallas. What's his name, Jonathan? 11 from heaven?
Michael Parsons.
You got Michael Parsons, young out there coming after you. And you got to get in position and you got to do all this. It's coming like a train, boy.
Hoping they ain't coming on your blind side.
Come on, he hit you for the blind.
Look, Uncle Tom, all I got to tell you is,
hey, go sit down. Hey, go sit down. Go sit down.
And that's the clean version.
Look, there's a wise man that says everybody needs to know their role in relationships, and they should know their role whenever it comes up. They need to know their role. When that man said he wanted to play football, Giselle should have known her role and sat back, let that man play football one more year, and then she could go ahead and do whatever she wanted to do after that.
Using my words against me.
Yes.
Hey, put on there what his wife said.
Yeah.
I got time for you, Ike.
Yeah, they got time for the glory days.
No, man, I think with him playing just one last year, it wouldn't have hurt, like y'all say. But then he got up there and was like, "Oh, I don't see retirement, no time in my future." Like, you 45, bro. You need to go on and sit down.
Yeah.
You got to give it up at some point in time.
The time is still going to be the same because he's already got a broadcasting deal set up for a lot of money for a guy who don't have a personality. He's got a broadcast job set up. So the hours, practice, he won't be doing the exact same hours because practices are long, but he's still going to be doing the traveling. He's still going to be doing all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So ain't no big
regular.
Yeah.
All that is regular. All that ain't 11 from heaven coming from behind and knocking
you.
And I'm on the sideline talking about I'm Batman. That's the difference, man. If he would have took the broadcasting thing, she wouldn't have had no problem with that. The problem is where he's at on that field and the target that is on his back on that field. Even if I'm trying to hit you, I'm a big lineman. Even if I'm trying to hit you soft, I'm still going to hit you hard.
Yeah.
And I can still land on you. And yeah, the whistle, I mean the ref, because the refs are always down with Tom. They'll blow the whistle and throw the flag, but I'm still laid out. My arm this way. You know what I mean? It's the position, and it's where he's at and what he plays and the target that's on him as to why that.
She gave him an unrealistic timeline and unrealistic goal. That man wanted to play. What was the difference? He was getting knocked over the head last year. You didn't care last year. What's the difference between the timeline between
last year was the last year?
It was 44.
He said, I'm retiring. He said it early last year. I'm retiring. This is my last year. The refs got their autographs that they wasn't supposed to get. They threw out the extra flag so he wouldn't get touched last year.
He changed his mind. I'm pretty sure she changed her mind a couple
times. In 2 weeks, he changed his mind. He was retired for 2 weeks.
He did retire. He kept to his promise. He retired.
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, and then he came back.
He reneged, man. He reneged.
Hey, he did retire.
All I gotta say to Tom is this: which song you on? Gangsta Lean, or It's So Hard to Say Goodbye? One of these young dudes hit you.
Yeah,
be out there saying.
But with her giving up her career, did he ask that something? Did he say, "Hey, give up your career, stay at home with the kids. I'm gonna take care of everybody financially"? That's something she did on her own.
I think it's something she did on her own. Plus, she's a model, man. She's 40-something years old, man. They ain't got a lot of 40-year-old models around here, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You just gave up your career on your own.
Ain't a lot of 40-year-old football players either.
Hey, but Tom got it, man.
Look, if I had a 40, I'll be pouring it for him because you're done. The fuck in you. You just
I think, man, he need to retire after this year, though.
Yeah, he's some raw meat out there.
Stay retired.
You better go watch that concussion.
Retire and stay retired, man. Like go coach football or something.
It's just 6 months. 6 months. And you gonna get
a job in Michigan, man. Come on, use a quarterback there.
Just 6 more months. That's all he wanted. 16 more Sundays is all that man wanted. And she gonna be the man.
No, he didn't. Because this year is gonna be the same way. Oh, I didn't get to where I wanted to be because of the team.
So we're
going to trade in this person. We're going to trade in this person, and then he would have tried to do it next year.
This would have been it.
Who wants to end the year in the bad? Who wants that? Who wants to end
the
at the bottom of the game?
Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Brett Favre.
Hey, Kobe went out on a all-star game. What you talking about? That last game, he had a hell of a
dude, on his last game.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the damn season?
He had a
horrible season.
Yeah. But Kobe didn't come back.
He didn't go to 45 though.
Kobe didn't go to 45.
Yeah, that's
Kobe
true.
Didn't come back.
I think that's a mindset of all athletes. They think they still got it. They all go back and they all do it. Yeah. And then nobody wise are leaving them because okay, you said you was gonna retire. You stay another year.
You know who came back?
Because it wise ain't stupid.
Out. Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
You know who came back and got knocked out? Didn't Tyson come back and get knocked out or lost or whatever too?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali. You gotta know when it's time.
Okay. But about Floyd Mayweather, he keep coming back. He ain't took the hell yet.
But he's doing
Floyd keep picking his fights.
Yeah.
Floyd keep picking his fights. He
he not fighting every week though.
No, he ain't fighting like he used to. Does Floyd even have a belt?
Twice a year now.
He doing exhibition and stuff.
Yeah, Floyd ain't even got a belt, man. Other than the belts he buy.
He's just using it as a workout. It's a spar session.
It's the same thing. He's protecting his legacy. He's making sure that he's still in the news. The same thing that Brady wants. He wants to make sure he's protecting his legacy. He wants to make sure that he's still in the news. People still talking about him. Once you go to that podcast, ain't nobody care.
That team, you ain't protecting your legacy with that team.
For real. Your receivers
You
stay
new
hurt.
legacy.
Your
How many
linemen
times
stay
he going to
hurt.
get sacked this game? You can sack more than Burrow.
So this is what I want to make it normal for us. You know what I mean? We talk about Brady, and they in a way different situation than all of us there. So there's nothing that you've been passionate about that your wife or your girlfriend, Chris, has taken away from you in y'all relationship.
I think the things that I've been passionate about.
When the last time you played PlayStation?
That's more on me. I don't blame her for that one. That's more on me, man. Me and Jonathan was talking about that the other day, Madden or whatever. He picked back up Madden, and I was like, man, I try to play Madden now. I'm done. I mean, the last PlayStation I had was a 3, I think maybe. What number they on now?
5.
I don't know.
5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a recreational thing. We talking about putting your life in danger. You
Well,
gotta
something that you're passionate about. That's something that you're passionate about. Anything that you love, that you know what I mean, that somebody asks you to take away, but this is something that you love. This recreational for him. Like I said, he's not doing it for the money. He don't need the money. So this is recreational for him. You know what I mean? This is recreational. He don't need the money. He's doing it because he's passionate about it. He loves the game of football.
Yeah, man. They got people who recreational smoke crack.
Yeah, recreational is a pickup game on a Sunday after church.
Yeah, go play intramurals or something.
Tom Brady.
Go play some golf or some cricket on a Sunday, man. You know,
flag football at least.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
2-hand touch.
Because I mean, if you can go back, it's a video that because Reggie Bush was talking about that, how he still deals with injuries, and he was barely in the NFL, you know, but literally he was in a sling, and I'm like, you ain't even playing. But he said literally he had like his girl had to pick him up and take him to the restroom before at night because of, you know, post trauma from the NFL, man. So, I mean, Tom.
Even better example.
Yeah,
look at Rob Gronkowski.
But Tom ain't really getting hit like that. Everybody know, every defensive player know that you can't touch Tom. He's getting pushed around.
Get a flag, you get hit.
Ain't nobody trying to knock Tom lights out because they know the repercussions of that. I don't even know where y'all
get a fine and a flag.
Yeah,
worth it.
And a letter from Goodell the next day.
Football like P. Diddy was the other day in that Joker costume. You know who I am? You know who I am? Don't touch me. You know.
But like, I mean, look at Gronk though. Gronk retired the first time, and he said the same thing. My body's breaking down. He's injured all the time.
Yeah.
But I say, man, at some point in time, you got to give it up, man. I know you love the game.
Even when Gronk played his last game, he only had a certain amount of minutes that he played. He didn't play as much as Tom. Tom is pretty much playing the whole game, man. I don't know who the second string quarterback is for the Bucks.
Who decision is that to make that decision though? That's not Giselle's decision. That's not
it's on him. It's his decision.
He's smart enough to make that decision.
Like that's what he can do. Why we angry at him because he's doing something he think he can do? Let him figure it out. Let him find out on his own.
Yeah,
because it's going to be tragic, and then it's going to be, oh, why'd y'all let Tom go out there and play?
Oh.
Still run people down. Brady in trouble. Here comes the rush, and here's the hit. And a lot. Brady's up.
Oh, that's old. That's when
he first came in the league.
But that's what I'm saying. She don't want him to do that again. Because that's old. So they were slower and you know, now they're bigger and faster.
But at the same time, remember though, he still got the Brady rule though.
Heck nah. You smoking on something, Mr. Terry. you want him to be a doggone sardine, boy.
We're gonna be on the cane and a walker trying to play.
And that's true too. It's true, like they said too. We don't know what she had to deal with at home. How Tom is at home behind. Tom might be screaming like a goat
he
off
might be
a
a
door
maniac.
in the middle of the night.
Different than what it was when she married him 13 years ago. He's been doing this thing for 13 years. You should be used to it about year 14. You couldn't take one more year of him playing football. That's
hell no.
To me, that's selfish, though. It's selfish.
Who's selfish? Which one? Both of them.
I'm saying on her part, it's selfish that
I say
you can't
both
wait another year.
One more year, one more season. It ain't even a whole year. It's just another season.
Yeah, 6 months.
No,
that man took off half of the practice. He ain't even come in.
He's gone for like 2 weeks.
Like 3 weeks.
I got a question for y'all too. Your wife, girlfriend, been stripping for 13 years, and her body has changed, and y'all said with money, so she ain't out there stripping for year 14. She said she was going to retire. Is she trying to get out there again? And you know the body is different now. A couple of kids, the body different. So you cool one more year, huh?
Where them dollars at?
It ain't that promise.
Hey,
come on, man.
It's a dollar bill in the Players Club, baby.
Somebody like it.
Hey,
dollar bill on the Players Club.
Yeah.
Somebody said they can think several things that they didn't think Ike should do, but she don't put it in him. I let them decide, and then I decide I was. And that's the truth. I love sister-in-law.
Let me tell you, sister, I wasn't even gonna tell this story. But now I gotta tell it now. So when we got married, one of my passions was video games. I love video, and part of that was because growing up, we didn't have video games. So when I got out the house and I moved in and got in the military, one of my first purchases was a PlayStation 2. And I played video games. I'm trying to make up for all the years when everybody else had Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I'm trying to make up for that time. But she's telling me, well, she was nagging. I'm putting it straight out there. She was nagging. She was nagging me like, oh, yeah, you need to put that game. Why you always playing that game? Why you don't play? Like, she didn't understand, like, hey, this is something I'm passionate about. This is something I love to do. This is something I wasn't, I don't know the word I'm trying to find, but this is something I wasn't able to do when I was a kid. And I'm trying to get that feeling. I'm trying to get that everybody else had. And this is my time. You know what I mean? So I hadn't played PlayStation in a long time. I hadn't played the games in a long time. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, you get these, people put their expectations of you on it, not bother to ask you or not bother to care, what you like, what you want to do. You know what I mean? It's something. Sometimes the stuff is deeper. I'm pretty sure with Tom, it's deeper than just playing another football. He's loving what he do. He's real passionate about it. I'm pretty sure if Peyton could play another year, Peyton would have played another year. And just about every athlete, if they thought they could play another year, they would have played another year.
There's an 85-year-old man in a nursing home. He used to love to have sex, but he just can't put the stroke in motion like he used to. We all have our time. His time is over. And we don't need Tom Brady back at the Patriots. They got a quarterback, Zappy.
Tom's got the blue pill, man. He's got the blue pill. He can get back up in there. He can do his thing, man.
He got the blue pill. He should have went to the Matrix then and took that. What was it? The red pill you need to take? He ain't got nothing but 13 sacks this year.
How many? The sacks are like touch sacks. How many big hits has he taken this year? Big hits. Have you seen him take?
I don't watch that game.
All you need is one, though.
Yeah,
all you need
is one against us, and they called a flag on.
Nobody's touching Tom like that. This is the game. The game today is not the game like it was 10 years ago. This game today is to protect the quarterback. Quarterback is the money maker. Tom is not taking that big hits. She should.
So let's start this. The game. You said the game ain't the same as it was. How many penalties and fines or whatever has people gotten by targeting and all that other stuff like that? It's still happening. whether it's intentional or unintentional, it's still happening. You still hitting people. People are still having head-to-head contact, and that's what I'm saying. At any given moment, any given time, whether they trying to do it or not, you can hurt an old dude out there. This dude
look at
and at any
Florence
time
Taylor.
you saying all this and that and everything else like that, but at any time,
How many years were you in the military? How many years were you in the military?
20.
20.
And I didn't say one more year after I retired either.
How many guys you know stayed that extra year?
Huh?
How many guys stayed after 20 that you know?
I don't know. I know, but you know what? I was in the same situation.
It's the same risk. It's the same thing.
But let me finish. I was in the same situation. Right after I retired, about a month or two, they sent me a thing back, was like, hey, do you want to get back in? You can, because your career field needs people and all that other stuff like that. I said no. I was tired of it because I knew the situation, and that's what I got out. I got out pretty much the same. You know what? I retired for the same reason he said. I retired for family. That was what I said at my retirement ceremony. Was that I retired for family so I could spend more time with my family and everything. So when they asked me, did I want to come back? I'm like, no.
Yeah. But it's the same thing for guys who stay longer than their 20 years. And it's the same risk. It's even a bigger risk because they can get deployed and
stay longer. They probably stay longer because they wanted to.
Exactly. And Tom wants to stay.
But after a certain amount of time, you can age out of the military. Don't act like you don't.
Tom been I don't think the NFL got no age limit on it though.
But look, how long were you in? 20? Tom been in there for 22 seasons, man. Get out of here. Look at this. Look at that picture right there. What that look like?
I'm going down.
I had to put Mary J on him, man. Get out of here.
What more is one more year? If that's what he want to play. If he wants to do it, let him do it.
Yeah.
Like he know the risk.
My thing is, if you're his wife and you're supposed to be there and he wants to do it, why run? Why not support? Whether you think he should be there or not, or whatever you feel, why not support his decision?
Because unlike some of the other wives, she can support herself.
But that's not why.
Let's be real about that. Because some of the other ones, they'll take that. If they're in a situation where they like Jonathan said, she 400 million strong. Some of these other ones that aren't in the same situation, it might be like, well, if he said it, that's what I got to deal with because I'm not 400 million strong. I'm living off him. I'm surviving off him. Everything that's ever done is off him.
And we can compare it to Leo's career. So Tom Brady, he did one more year. He possibly can get hurt, and be something crazy or not. Leo could have took one more year or one more enlistment, and we couldn't have he could go on another deployment and we wouldn't have a brother.
That's what I'm saying, though, but that's what his choice was. If Leo was passionate about it and that's something Leo would want to do, Leo would make that decision.
I didn't mind my military. You can never hear me say about my military career. I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't passionate. I enjoyed what I did.
But y'all know,
I enjoyed my job. I enjoyed my career.
Let's talk to military people that really, really love it. Like some crazy Marine. Like, they got these guys that just love what they do, and they're going to have to force them out.
They let them. You got to let them out. You got to let them go.
But they make that decision. It's the same kind of energy, man. He's passionate about it. He really loves what he's doing. This is what he wants to do. To me, as a wife, if that's what your husband do, and he loves it. If Tom wasn't going to tell Giselle, like, baby, you old as hell. You shouldn't be modeling no more. You can't model no more. You old. They don't want old women out there walking no more. If he would have said that, I'll be looking at him like he crazy. But that's exactly what he's telling her. That's exactly what she's telling him. Like, you too old to do this. Like, oh, I still feel it. You probably
can get hurt like that. That's the risk. The risk level between the career fields is so much high. And like Jonathan said, only other career field.
The risk has always been there for 22 years. The risk has always been there for 22 years. He's not worried about the risk. That's what he liked to do. If it's something you love,
let him do it.
He's not worried about himself, but she is. And
so
at the end of the day, And at the end of the day, the person who his family and her, because let's separate all this other stuff. Let's put his family, the person that his family, his kids can possibly look at and turn to. It's like, Mom, you knew Dad shouldn't have been out there like that, and you let him go another year. Well, I couldn't stop your father.
That's what he want to do.
But you could. And kids, or either his family members might be like, "Well, Giselle, you should have told him. You should have did this." How many times you done seen stuff like that happen with people, with something that they wanted to do, and the other person didn't say anything, and then when something tragic happened, they come at that person who's still there. Well, you killed him because you should have did this or you should have did that.
Shoulda, coulda, wouldas, man. All of that stuff can happen. There's a rookie. Wasn't there a rookie this year that was on the way to the stadium? He got hit by a car and died. Like anything could happen. You know what I mean? We up here, we're speculating like this could happen. He could get hurt. Blah blah. Like, but it ain't. He ain't got hurt or whatever. Like, if that's the risk you want to take, then y'all have that conversation.
He's not a Brett Favre. He's not a Lamar Jackson, the quarterback that can come out the pocket and run. Tom Brady looks slow as hell this year. He looks.
He's always been slow, but
he's even slower. Yeah. He looks smaller,
but he's smarter too. He's wiser too. He knows not to take all the hits. He's not taking even the sack numbers. The sack numbers are
being wiser.
I'm gonna hit the ground,
and it's just like I said earlier. You know who said that too? I want to say it was Roy or one of the other boxers said that. They was like, I was quicker when I was younger. When I was in whatever, it was like a fight they was talking about, and it was like, I saw the fist coming. When I was younger, I'd been already moved. I'm older. My brain said move. My body did.
Body couldn't do it.
His body is doing it. I mean, like I said, those sack numbers aren't the real thing. Some of those, he's dropping, he's missing it. Just like Peyton. Peyton probably had a lot of sack numbers, but I could tell you more than half of the sacks that's against Peyton, he didn't take because from experience that he had with his brother, he knew if somebody's coming free and I see him, forget it, I'm just going to go down. Tom ain't forcing any balls out.
But the dropping ain't good for your body.
What?
Dropping on the ground ain't good for your body.
It ain't like he falling like out, man. He's just a slide.
He's not making me
talking about that.
Is it? My question is it passion that he has, or is he afraid to turn the next page?
I think it's passion.
Is he afraid to leave?
I think it's both.
I think it's mostly passion because he's already set up his next step. I mean, what's it to be afraid of? He already got the next step set up.
He had the next step set up last year. He should have just went on with it.
But he didn't want to.
I don't know, man. Maybe he'll retire after this year. Maybe he won't.
Yeah, he's gonna retire after this year.
With the way they season going, he's gonna retire.
Yeah, but that's his decision to make. Grunt could have came back. Grunt said, "Hey, I don't want to come back." That was his decision. Everybody think Grunt could. Yeah, Grunt, you got another season. He's young. He don't want to play no more. He ain't got the passion no more. Okay, cool. That's your decision. You be free. Tom ain't built like that. He wants to play. Let him play.
Yeah.
Grunt's body was talking. His body was calling.
Yeah, his body was telling
him,
"Hey, go sit your butt down."
His body was, and sometimes when your body calls, what?
But y'all upset when Wizard Michael Jordan returned? When he announced that he was going to return, were y'all upset then?
When he stepped down as a general manager to come back and play.
I was, because I was
like, oh, yeah, Mike coming back. Ooh, you was not upset.
Because he was, what, 40? What, he's like 40 when he came back.
When they was like, Mike was coming back, I was like, that's just like when Mike tried baseball. I was like,
when they said Mike came back, everybody wanted to see if he still had it. Everybody wanted to see if he could still do it.
And he did it.
Come on, Mike.
And he didn't do it. But everybody was excited about it. Everybody was excited to see
that was around the Washington Wizard area. Yeah.
Yeah, they got happy.
Yeah.
Everybody had Washington Wizard jerseys.
Like, nah, man, he took too long.
I even had one. Matter of fact, because I watched his last game.
Washington Wizard, Michael Jordan jerseys, and Southeast. They had the split. They had the 2 and the 5, the Bulls Wizard jerseys. Everybody was excited to see that man on the court. They wanted to see if he still had it. They wanted to see him jump.
And they were excited until he touched that court, and they said, "You need to retire.
Yes.
Hang it up."
Yeah.
I remember his last game.
Everybody's excited to see if Brady. The beginning of the year, everybody was excited. Well, I think Brady still got it. I can go back on the videos when we talked about it. His first game, like Brady gonna beat Brady. Brady gonna win the game back. Until we start getting to about game 3 or 4, they're like, nah, Brady ain't got it anymore. Everybody was excited about Brady coming back. Everybody was thinking that Brady was still old Brady. Nobody was
in Tampa Bay. My thing
nobody was saying at the beginning of the year that Brady didn't have it no more. Everybody,
you know what? I don't remember. We can go back and look at that.
Everybody
go back and watch that videotape. I don't remember seeing one of the teams when I was talking about some good teams out there. I don't remember seeing the Bucks. I remember saying we thought Arizona. We thought Denver because Russell Wilson was going to Denver and was like, we thought he was going to do a whole lot better than what
Brady beat the Cowboys game 1. Brady is Brady. That's Brady. He's the
I'm going to talk shit about anybody.
Brady beat the Cowboys in game 1.
Anybody beat the Cowboys. I'm talking
Brady. Brady's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Game 3 or 4.
Come on,
man. Don't tell me this BS.
Nah, game 1 after that game, I said Brady was trash. He only made 1 touchdown. He trash.
Now anybody beat Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to say they the GOAT. I don't even know why you coming at me about him beating the Cowboys. Anybody beat the Cowboys, I'm going to say is the team. Martin Elementary School. Cowboys, they going to the Super Bowl.
Listen, so Leo had to get all the Brown stuff off his nose after kissing Brady butt so much in that game 1. Like Brady he's the greatest, man. Look,
he is the greatest. He beat the Cowboys. That's why he the greatest. The next team that beat the Cowboys, they are great too.
All the announcers, the first 2 games, Brady was great.
Make the devil a lie. Whoever playing against the Cowboys, who do I always go for? Tell them, Jonathan.
The other team.
Make the other devil a lie.
Every
talking about Brady was the GOAT and Brady gonna win it back. Ain't nothing nobody can stop.
I didn't say all that. I was just happy because he beat the Cowboys. I didn't say the Bucs was going to win this year.
Let the man play. If he want to play, let the man play.
Obviously, he going to till he get knocked the out.
But it's just like what you just said. Let the man play. So we're comparing careers to playing. He's not in the point of a career anymore. His career has been over after that last Super Bowl. Now he's just playing. Just like you said you like to play the PlayStation. You still on PlayStation 4, and I just sent you you ain't played since
I hadn't played in a while because my wife took my passion away.
You ain't played since man.
My wife took my passion away. That's why I'm
played since 2013, man.
I haven't played. You're correct, because my wife took my passion away.
I see what this is, man. This wasn't even a show about Tom Brady. This is about Ike and his PlayStation.
Man. I'll let you play my PlayStation 5, man. It's okay.
The wife out here, Ike and his PlayStation. That's what this is really about.
The thing is, it wasn't Ebony, it wasn't your wife that stopped you playing the game. You grew up and you had a responsibility to take care of your family. That's what really it was. So you had to take care of your family, and that's all Giselle wanted him to do, to help out. You ain't helping out, bro. I stopped my career, and you I'm pretty sure they came up to the agreement. I'm gonna stop my career, take care of the kids. You keep playing football, have fun, enjoy your life. But at this point, you're gonna retire. You didn't want a Super Bowl. I mean, why not live out? Leave on a good note.
But why give that man an ultimatum?
You didn't prove.
She did. They came to agreement. It was an agreement.
I mean, if it's an agreement. And I say, hey, I want to play, then you got to come up with another agreement. Then you can stop that. That's an ultimatum.
Be canceled, just like that doggone divorce. That You went against the terms of the agreement, and now we canceling your service.
That's the ultimatum. That's the ultimatum. If you don't play football, I'm gonna stay. You haven't had them women do that to y'all before.
On the couch tonight.
And what you say?
In the man cave.
Well, bye. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all didn't heard that. She gave that man an ultimatum, man. He didn't want to play, but he wanted to play. Let that man play.
How do you know that the ultimatum wasn't there before the what you call it? Before that, how you know that last year when he was and she may have had an ultimatum then. She might have been Tom. This your last year. Wow. Are we letting go? You know what I mean? And then he was on that. Oh, okay, I'm retiring. And then 2 weeks like So if I already told you, you know, she already told you she was serious.
Well, what about? Same thing. If he's like, okay, hey, babe, I know I said I was gonna do this, man, but I think I got one more year I want to play. Then what? Then what's the next step?
For what though? For what?
That's what I'm just saying. If that's what he wanted to do, no, don't matter for what. Don't matter about the injuries. We talk
Just
about
let him do it
because this is the thing. We're talking.
I know we made this agreement. I know you put this unrealistic timeline on me, but look. I think I still got it, man. I still got it in my heart. I want to be on the field. I want to talk to the referees, babe. I want to work with the coaches, man. I want to do this stuff, babe. Let me play one more year.
Why? Let's look at
this.
Let's look at this as a career. You know, let's look at this as a career. All right, a job.
This is a conversation. He wants to play. He came to his wife. He said, "Hey, I want to play one more year, babe." Why? Can't she just understand that? Why is she going supporting that man?
She's
supporting one more year, then 3 more years.
I ain't worried about none of that. If he would have said, babe, I don't want to wear these shoes anymore. I just want to wear these shoes. You know, what do you do? You have a conversation about it. Something simple.
Chris, how long he been with the Buccaneers?
3 years.
This is at least
this year 3, right?
3 or 4.
So, like Leo said, he should have retired 3 years ago.
It ain't should have. He ain't want to retire.
He left the Patriots. That's when he was supposed to retire.
He didn't say he was retired. He wanted to switch teams.
Man, that dude was saying he'd been retiring for.
He was trying to get away from Bill Belichick because he got tired of Bill treating him like a kid.
But he already proved his point. He already got with Bill. He's already won another Super Bowl. He's done all that.
Yeah.
And
that's why
all them players do that. Get out of contract, they retire, then they go play for another team. That's what Jason Witten did to the Cowboys.
That's why I'm comparing it as a career. When you're in the career,
Deion Sanders do that too?
Yeah, Deion did it too.
Yeah, he came back, played with the Ravens.
Yeah, that was 37 years old.
Horrible, huh? Horrible.
That was 37. But
life frame is different.
I'm just comparing it as a career, and you see what happened to Deion. He had to have the surgery on his feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing, I'm comparing it as a career. If we both got money and we got kids that we can raise together without even, worried about money, why am I still playing games? Why don't I come home and take care of business?
Because it's not a game. It's not a game.
It's a game at the end of the day. It's a game with a chance.
If Tom Brady was the kicker on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and he said, "Hey, I want to play one more year," would we be having the same conversation?
How many people going out there to hit the doggone kicker?
Everybody on the doggone.
Ain't nobody. You can't touch the kicker.
Yeah, it's rare.
You can't.
You can't touch.
And then most of the time they kick the ball before you even make it there.
Look, that's what that man wanted.
That's why kickers have a longer career field than anybody else.
And that's why quarterbacks have a longer career. And you proving my point. We talk about Deion. You trying to compare Deion to Tom. Quarterbacks have a longer lifespan than running backs, receivers, D-line, O-line. They got longer. It's the longer career is your kickers, your punters, and then quarterbacks are right there behind them. You're not getting hurt as a quarterback.
I have to come against that. It will be your offensive lineman, I would say.
Yeah.
Nah, you seen them offensive lineman fingers? They be all curled.
Yeah, their hands, man. Oh man,
you see no boy with the Rams. He just retired at like 40.
At 40,
he played 20 years.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah. This ain't nothing that's regular. Come on, man. You can't compare a quarterback to a kicker.
Well, same thing, but it's anything. It's anything. It's any company. If I'm a 45-year-old kicker and I tell my wife I want to play football another year, you're not going
to say, yeah, you're not getting hurt. You're not getting hurt as a kicker. You just kicking the ball.
Play to 60.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Why you can't have the same conversation with them? If he think he still got it and he passionate about it, let him play.
Let him go do it.
Yeah.
But a kicker is getting paid less than a quarterback.
It doesn't matter what position. If I want to do
so he might have to provide for his family. That's all I'm saying. You got enough money to provide for your family for a lifetime. So why you putting your health at risk?
Play. He don't matter. He wants to play.
I think
you know what? I've never seen a kicker. I've never seen a kicker complain about CTE.
What you ate for lunch today? You ate some fried chicken. You knew if you eat too much of that fried chicken, it's gonna kill you. What you gonna eat tomorrow? You're gonna eat another piece of Popeyes, right?
I ate a ham and cheese.
We do the same. We take the same risk every day. And why you do it? Because you wanted a piece of chicken. Let that man eat his chicken. Let that man eat his chicken.
Boy, just go out there and play your PlayStation.
Chicken, I ain't gonna die quick as him though.
You gonna die before 45?
Nah. I don't eat chicken every day, all day.
Yeah. And that's the difference.
It ain't the same thing, man. We know people who eat bad every day, and we know we ain't all eating healthy every day. It's the same thing. I'm taking that risk. I know what the risk is, but I want to do it because I want to do it. It's the same thing. Let that man eat his chicken, goddamn.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to prove to himself that he can still play at a high level. That's all it is.
That's every athlete.
Yeah.
But
until he sees and recognizes, hey, I can't do this no more, or my arm strength ain't as strong as it used to be.
But it's already there. We already see it.
Yeah, we see it, but he got it's in his head.
He's slower than what he was. He was already slow, like everybody said. He's not a move around quarterback.
But that's what it takes. Let him make that decision from off of what he did.
He's got to recognize it himself.
Kobe should have retired a year early.
That's the problem you having right now. That's the problem you having right now. She's doing that. She's letting him be all he can.
She left the dude
by himself. By himself.
But let's talk about somebody else. So, what about AA Ron?
We don't know if AA Ron is even married, man. So.
Well, no, I'm saying he's an old quarterback. So you think he should play to 45 too at where he?
I don't think he's gonna play to that.
He wants to play. I don't think he's gonna play. If I think he should play, no. But if he feel like playing, let him play.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, man. Let that man make that decision on his own. Kobe didn't know he ain't want to play until he had a bad year. Michael Jordan, he had a bad year. They make that. Let them learn. Let them stick the fork in the socket. Don't give them no ultimatum and be like, well, yeah, I'm going to leave. Like, you leave. It's halfway through the doggone season. You leave on week 8. You only got 8 more weeks.
Do you want to leave? You want to leave your job on a good note?
She had already been out the house. They said that like week 2.
Yeah, she had already left the house.
I was like,
week 1. Week 1.
I think she was out the house when he came back. When he was like, "Oh, I'm coming back."
Yeah.
But I mean, why? Just let him do his thing.
She's letting him do his thing. This is the part you're not understanding.
I understand that part, but I'm saying, why leave him? You don't have to leave him
because we had a contract, we had an agreement, and you wanted to do what you want to do. So I'm gonna let you do what you want to stick your finger or your fork in the socket. That don't mean I gotta touch you.
And agree. You shouldn't be going to that extreme. Hey, just nag them like everybody else wife do when their husband doing what they don't want to.
Nagged him for 3 years. So obviously it didn't work.
She nagged him all summer.
No,
and all the year before.
Hey, well, daggone one more year. If that's the man and you want to be with, that's your baby daddy and all that stuff.
I'm nagging it because I don't, especially when you look at this year, you know how it is. I don't think he's going to retire this year.
He's going to retire this year. He's having a horrible season.
He is.
Even with him saying,
I
don't see retirement in my future.
Doesn't even look like they want to retire him this year. Ain't nobody saying, Tom is playing so bad. They blaming it on the line, the
receivers, everybody.
He have nothing to hold him back.
It's going to be a rebuilding year for them. They're not going to keep.
He ain't going to retire. He has nothing holding him back. She's not holding him back.
What's holding him back is
now.
He ain't feeling it no more. That's what it's going to hold him back.
He'll just be at a different team.
Oh, my God.
Who going to pick up a 46-year-old Tom Brady?
Who picked up a 42-year-old?
They picked up Tom
in the Super Bowl.
You fresh out of a Super Bowl.
At 43.
Hey, all I know is if Deshaun Watson don't play in Cleveland, you think Cleveland won't pick him up?
I mean, Deshaun coming back like week 11.
If maybe not.
Texas
Man, Brady go to Cleveland.
Texas will pick him up
in the middle of the day.
Pick him up.
The Texans won't pick him up.
No, he ain't gonna. She's at an age.
If he want to play, they'll pick him up. And the Bucks ain't talking about letting him go. So
nobody. I don't see him in the middle of the season. They don't want Brady. Next year's going to be Mike Evans is done. Fournette is doing horrible. Next year's
Julio was done.
Look at all the people that already left the Bucks.
They left the Bucks because Tom told them to go.
Left the Bucks. Come on, man.
Tom told them to go. All right, man. Hey, this has been interesting show, man. Man, we want to thank y'all all for watching, man. I know my brothers were wrong, man. I give y'all a last word, man. I give you 1 minute last word. We start with Ralph trespassing over there. Leo, what you got? Mr. Sensitivity.
Definitely right. That's what I got.
John, what you got? All right, Chris, what you got?
Man, just retire after this year. That's all I got to say.
All right, Jonathan, what you got?
Can't hear you.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and end the show, man. The only thing I got, man, look, this weekend, 2 people died from simple arguments, disagreements with people, man. Locally, a guy who was in the community, Chris Matthews, died just because of simple little disagreement, and then we seen Takeoff die because of a disagreement, man. I just want to say, man, let's I know everybody got a gun and all of that stuff, man, but let's just get to a point where we can discuss our disagreements without pulling out a gun. If you get that mad, use your fists, man. But using guns or using vehicles or whatever it may be, man, it shouldn't even get to that point. We all are not going to agree with each other, but we shouldn't be at the point where we're trying to hurt each other or kill each other for some petty disagreement. So rest in peace, Chris Matthews. Rest in peace, Takeoff, and anybody else, man, who's died to senseless violence, man. Just rest in peace, man. We gotta stop this at some point, man. This is just getting ridiculous. So that has been the show, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button. We'll see you next time here on the 3200.
Peace.
3200, but you 3200, but you already know this. You know it. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Let's go. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 32.